Everybody, welcome to Lady Coding Happy Hour, a special kind of show that happens every so often whenever we decide to have it happen, where ladies take over live coding happy hour. Today with me, I have some awesome guests who are going to introduce themselves, starting with Jesalyn.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jesalyn. I'm a developer MVP and senior technical consultant.
Guess I'm next. Paige Duffy. I am a product success manager at ServiceNow.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ebony. I'm a ServiceNow developer. So, hi, everybody.
And a developer MVP. Okay. Hi, everybody. Gabriela Ochoa Perez-Wechter, the one of many names. A lot of you know me as MGOPW, and I am a senior outbound product manager at ServiceNow. I am one of the peoples. So, today, we're going to have a lot of fun with theming. And by that, I mean we're going to theme an instance with absolutely zero preparation to show you guys how it really is. And we're going to just have fun and try to see what's going on. Now, because it is Lady Coding Happy Hour, we need to talk about the happy hour segment. So everybody introduce your beers or drink of choice. I am drinking a strawberry zombie white ale. I picked it because it was in the fridge, and my husband and I haven't bought any alcohol in like 4 months. So it was what I had. How about you, Jesalyn?
I went out and got a smoothie, banana, coconut, spirulina. I've never tried it before, so I'm excited.
Oh,
I mean, it sounds good.
How about you, Paige?
I'm a child at heart. I have a nice cup of hot cocoa, but it is boozy. So this is a Bailey's vanilla mint shake.
And then I have a Smirnoff ice cream apple.
Enjoy, everybody. So, does anybody have a particular color scheme, or do we want to like try to recreate Blimey and see how quickly our eyesights go?
There were some recommendations of like pinks and purples in Slack.
Oh, how about the chat? Does anybody have any cool color? Oh, see, me too. Dark theme. That's going to be a little bit more difficult than what we're going to try to tackle here today. Trying to make a custom dark theme, I think, would be really difficult. So to get some, well, we get suggestions in the chat, and my lovely peanut gallery thinks about, my guests thinks about what colors we can do.
See where we rank.
This is actually like my day job. I'm an outbound product manager for theming. So I wanted to take a little bit of moment here and kind of self-insert some cool knowledge. In the way that I recommend you handle theming is in 3 different levels. Number 1, if you want a dark theme, you should stick with the Polaris theme out of the box and not make any modifications there. You'll have an awesome dark theme available. Level 2 is if you want to create your own custom themes. In Utah, we just released a store application plugin called Theme Builder, and you can create themes by building them through it and manage them. Now, any themes that you had previously cannot be managed inside of Theme Builder. You have to actually create the theme in Theme Builder and keep managing it in there. And then tier 3 is what we're going to do today, which is the one that I don't necessarily recommend, but you can totally go into the JSON files and make your own theme manually by like copying what's already in Polaris and putting it into a new theme. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you guys how rough it is. And you know what I just realized? I didn't test if I could share my screen before we started today. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Do I need admin permissions? Quick, Paige.
Yeah.
Everybody.
What? Colors. So it looks like purple and pink are winning. We've got 80s pinks and purples. We've got pink, blue, and purple. Like I said in Slack, the vote was pinks and purples. We do have one for a Halloween theme with orange and purple.
Women now.
You know, I haven't seen a Halloween theme.
We also already have a question. When will it be possible to create variants in Theme Builder? I know I can create one theme there and copy it to others as a variant, but yeah.
So that's actually a great question. And I am going to give a quick disclaimer. I am an outbound product manager and I know what's on the roadmap. So if I say any forward-looking statements, you should not make any purchasing decisions off of them at all. And anything that I say may or may not come in the future. I can't guarantee you guys when it's going to come out. So again, no purchasing, safe harbor, yada, yada. That being said, I do know that that is something that we're looking into, but I don't have a timeline for it yet. They are working on that. I'm still trying to, I promise I'm still trying to get my thing to work. Safe harbor, safe harbor, safe harbor. Exactly. Okay. Is it working? It's working. Cool. So this is a basic theme that I've already created through Theme Builder. If we go here, you can see Theme Builder. And I'm going to share this tab instead. And this is what Theme Builder looks like. It's pretty cool. You can create a theme from here. You can go to the manager and manage the themes that you've created through Theme Builder. It's sure, Brisdale, I can share the theme that we create today, the monstrosity that we're going to be making. So let's go back here and I'm going to type in themes.
Wow, that is some pink and green.
Yeah, you like it? It's my own special brand of So I'm going to, I have a bunch of them already. So check this out, actually. I'm not going to use this one because it's going to be kind of super easy mode. And the reason why I have the console up is because we're going to be using this to look at and try to hunt down some hooks later on. But here is the basics of what a theme looks like in the JSON side of things. Whoops. I accidentally made my thing big. There we go. Okay, now we're back.
You may also want to change your app at some point. You're in the wrong scope, right? Oh, no, you're not. I apologize. No, you are. I'm not crazy.
Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't going to edit that there. No. So this is what a UX theme record looks like. And it has a whole bunch of styles here. Your core styles are going to be your main themes. And the variants are going to be different alternates that are available. You could only have one theme active per instance. And you can select any variants available from there. So if we click on this style here called colors, we're going to see what the JSON looks like. And these are all the different hooks. So ServiceNow first sets up a bunch of default values. And then they use those values as part of the theming hooks here. So you can reference them like that, or you can give them a hard-coded color like they have up here. So what I did is I took that, and while I was still a developer, whoops, I went too far. While I was still a developer, I made my own cheat sheet of a theme. If I go here to, well, oh man, Imagine trying to find a Next Experience UI theme inside of the service portal themes. Yeah, I was never going to get there. So here we go, my theme. And I'm going to go to my style. You don't have to name it colors. Here we have the properties that I created. So I made this theme in the way that I would be able to just change one color, and I'd be able to change the main color of the instance. So the way that we need, if I want to show you guys this, I'm gonna right click and copy the sysID. So Ebony, what's been your experience with theming so far?
So when I was actually working in Tokyo, I realized that it was really tough beforehand because, of course, it comes with a lot of scripting, right? So one of the great things about Theme Builder is that if you happen to be a citizen dev or you happen not to be the greatest at scripting, it helps out because it's pretty much like a one-stop shop and really easy for people that might not be as technically savvy to work with it. So that was actually one of the last projects that I actually did. So it was an interesting process to learn, that's for sure.
How about you, Jesalyn? What have you done with
Service portal theming is what I think of when I think of theming. So this is kind of like a little bit different, like the whole instance branding. But then also trying to like use the custom components with theming. That's like something I saw you could do, but I'm not totally sure how that works yet. But that'd be kind of cool to explore.
So what are you setting right now? Sorry.
So right now I am changing the, so if you go to Theme Builder and you select a theme and make it your instance theme, that will work that way. But this is the way that you have to change your theme pre-Theme Builder. And if you're using a non-Theme Builder theme, you have to go to the system property, glide.ui.polaris.theme.custom, and put in the sysID of your theme record there. So I changed over to my theme that we have here. I'm looking at the chat, actually, Earl. Thank you. I'm trying. So if I go here to my theme, what I did with this theme is that I wanted to have a record that my customer could edit and change the color of just by changing a setting here. So I have the instance color variable, and then I have dev instance, UAT instance, and prod instance. And I set each of them with different colors. And here you can see that the dev instance color is green. And that actually changes the colors of my application pill up here and my menus background. So for example, if I change and I say I want it to be UAT and I hit save and I refresh, now it's all blue. And that way I could help people identify the differences between the instances. So you can do really cool things like that in the theme record without having to do too much changing. You just have to make sure you put in the variable in the right places. It took a little bit of testing, but this is too easy. I don't want this to be this easy. So we're going to start from scratch and go from there. Now, something else I did want to note is that between Tokyo and Utah, a lot of the hooks changed, and some hooks got better. So for example, if we want to figure out how to identify what the hook here is, we would go into the inspect. This little inspect arrow is super handy. Then we're going to click on here. And now we have to look into.
So we can't see your developer tools.
Why can't you see that? That's so lame.
Don't know. We can see the arrow and we can see like when you're hovering over it, but we can't actually see the screen with the code.
You know, that's like really cool, but at the same time, it's kind of not. Let me see. Can I pop this out? And show just it. Whoa. Here we go. Cool.
There we go.
So, see, like this is a really cool feature and I appreciate it, but at the same time, it's like, come on, let me do what I want to do.
All right, so can we explain this for completely new people that might not know exactly what's going on here? Like,
are you talking about me?
How would you explain this to the completely oblivious person that knows absolutely nothing about scripting that decided to chime in today because they happen to be my friends?
The way I would explain it is don't touch this. So this is the developer console tools where if you press F12 on any web page, it will bring up this little screen on the side and you have a console where you can see all the errors and do a whole bunch of scripting. If anyone tells you to copy code in here, don't trust them. They're trying to hack you. If you actually try to do this on Facebook, Facebook has a message saying, hey, you shouldn't be here. Stop. So what I'm trying to do here right now is I am trying to inspect the HTML code of the web page that rendered, which is our ServiceNow instance. And I'm trying to see specifically what the elements are that are actually affecting it. So this is CSS. And this up here is HTML. HTML is kind of like the backbone and the body of your websites. CSS is the dress that's on there and what makes things look different. So this all controls different things. And what you can see here are CSS classes. And it's very important that you pay attention to these because this is going to be what you use in your theme records. And I'll show you which special ones are the ones you got to pay attention to. But this is what's going to actually tell your theme record what to do with colors. So here I have selected one of the menu items to highlight, and that is this span class. The classes are little, man, you know, I love using the buckets analogy for any time I want to talk about data. But I really shouldn't. But anyways, they're little buckets that hold your data. So this one specifically is the class label, and it says visual task boards. That's our actual menu item. So now I want to find out what is actually giving it the color. So now here I see the class, the CSS property color. And I see a whole bunch of stuff, RGB, var, blah, 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 blah. And what this basically says is that I want the RGB value, and I'm using these variables in this order. First, check and see if there's a value for color in this variable. If it doesn't exist, then I want to use this variable. And if that doesn't exist, here's the default color that you should use. So if you're trying to hunt down a color in your theme that you can't figure out why it looks weird or you want to change it, this is what you're going to want to look for. You're going to want to look and see what is the variable. And then this, oops, you just copy this to your, let me make this smaller. There we go. You copy this here into your JSON. And as long as you follow the formatting of the rest of the document, everything should be fine. And something to note is if you paste in a variable property here, you need to then make sure that it doesn't show up again in your theme, because if you have it there multiple times, it'll actually break and just not obey the correct one. Typically with CSS style sheets, you're able to go from top to bottom and it'll obey it. But my experience has just been that this will just break if you have multiple of the same property in there.
But you can reference that property. So say you wanted to set, I don't know, well, kind of like what you've got there where you're setting it to lightest blue. So that's okay.
Yes.
As long as you're not setting it again.
Yeah, as long as I don't have somewhere else in the document another property identical to it, it'll be fine. So now another thing I wanted to bring up is, you see how when I search and I hover over something, the style around it changes. So like this gets an underscore. Sometimes the text color changes. There's a change in the background of it. That is a modifier on the CSS that's happening. And if you ever want to figure out the colors there, what you do is you go here into this little HOV button. And here's they're called element states. Man, imagine knowing CSS. Imagine knowing what things are called. So here you can actually preview what happens to this element if you're actively clicking on it, if it's on focus, if you're hovering. And it should, if you have the right element selected, then change things. So here we go. I selected another menu item, and I want to see what happens when it gets hover over. And nothing seems to change. So I'm going to go into the upper container right above it, and I want to see what happens when it hovers. Oh, so now we see a lot of the properties down here changed. And something neat to note is if it has a strike through going through it, it means that it's been overridden by another property. So here it says that the background color is transparent. Even though it's redundant, it goes away. But here we can see that while that this background color has also been overridden, because it's being overridden by a more specific CSS. No, Earl, we're not going to talk about important. I don't want to.
I mean, in the way back when I did CSS on the portal, I just put important on everything and it made it work.
Yeah, just put important on everything. It'll totally not bite you later on.
Nah.
I mean, let's be real. Sometimes you have to do that, though. You kind of have to do that. So now, can we get some hex codes, some RGB codes in the chat of the most obnoxious pink colors that you have ever seen while I make a new or pretty while I make a new theme here by cloning Polaris?
Yeah, I'm looking for like Care Bear pink, I guess. Like, what would be like the pink, like the most, I guess, pinkish pink that you guys can think of? I think of like Care Bears or like My Little Pony or something, but I'm also showing my age here, so don't judge me.
No, My Little Pony is new all over again, so you're safe. It's they're having like whole new shows now.
Oh, trust me, I know my daughter loves them, and it drives me insane. As long
Hello
as I'm
Kitty
not watching
Pink,
Coco Melon,
please.
I'm good.
So I need RGB codes. You see those 3 sets of numbers divided by commas? I can't use hex codes. I'm sorry that I lied. I will take full responsibility for this.
So all that work that you've all done, and now you got to go redo it.
Go do it again.
Thanks.
Let me see. Oh, good news. It's already up here. Boop. So now everything should turn. Oh, wait, y'all. Let's see what happens when you set a custom theme that has no UX theme styles. I think I just broke my instance.
This is gonna be fun.
It turned green.
Apparently, that's the default.
Oh
default
my
is
gosh,
the
that's
default.
amazing. So I forgot to say, when you clone a theme, you need to make sure that you go back in and you add in all of the UX theme styles here. I do know that you can break your I one time broke an instance when I had comments, JavaScript comments in the JSON. So you don't want to do that one. So here I'm gonna add in.
Are we talking about how we broke stuff before? Because that'll be a really good topic.
That is a terrible topic.
Which time? Let's talk about how one time I emailed the whole state 14,000 emails from a sub-production instance by accident.
How about you, Jesalyn? Do you have any stories where you like broke something and was totally scared if you were going to lose your job?
I accidentally deleted the service portal once, and I had to go into the deleted records to recover that.
You deleted a whole portal.
Yes. It happens, okay?
How about you, Paige?
I mean, I don't know that I've made any ServiceNow errors that were quite that noticeable.
Wow,
I did once
so
leave
perfect.
home. No. I've made them. People just didn't notice. Normally, I immediately was like, "Oh crap," and went and fixed them. I did once leave test text that I'd put in a notification because I didn't know what was supposed to go in there. So it was just like a smiley face and I don't know, something silly. And I forgot to change that. And that went to production and was there for a little while. And nobody said anything, which is weird. Nobody said anything about the emails that just had smiley faces in them. Earl says he deleted the entire chat interface on a high support ticket one time.
Dang.
How about anybody on the chat?
Lisa made changes to business rules and notifications and test and prod.
I've done that before.
Oh,
not on part, like, especially whenever you open something in a new window and you don't have the theme surrounding it and you don't know what instance you're in and you're not paying attention. I have absolutely done that. And then immediately back that up as fast as I could.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Earl had a junior dev delete a service portal one time.
I've also tested in prod, okay? Let's go with that. And he was like, no, that actually sent out emails to people. I'm like, oops.
For those who may not know, Jesalyn was said junior dev. And now she's a senior technical. No, she's not. She's a scrub junior dev now.
Anything can be recovered. That if you delete something, you can fix it in most cases. So you don't need to
as long as you don't
delete
I wouldn't say in every case.
As long as it doesn't say, that disclaimer where you have to actually spell delete at the top.
Oh yes,
we have had
dumping entire tables.
In my past, I've had I did not do this, but I've had a project deleted, and it was before you could recover like everything that was below, like all the related records that were also deleted with it. You could only recover them kind of one at a time, and there were hundreds of records that got deleted, and you could not just recover them. We had to pull a backup of our production instance, and it was painful. My lights just automatically went off. It's trying to tell me it's time to leave work.
Oh, that's a nice automation.
Yeah, that's when you go ahead and you just start closing the laptop slowly. Just say that you're not feeling well.
Okay, here we go. So I have chosen this colors. I don't know what theme it originally is coming from. Oh no, this is So, hey, if you ever want to know whether a theme was generated by Theme Builder, here's how you can know. Color generation version V1 and this weird formatting of the JSON, whereas the other one you kind of could see each individual property and this is just one giant line. That tells me that this is a Theme Builder theme and I don't want to mess around with it. So I'm going to go pick a different colors randomly to go copy. And check this out. Another cool feature in Utah of Next Experience is these really handy banners that I use to remind myself what instance I'm on. Here we go. Found Polaris. And now I should be able to just copy this. Cool. Now I can create a new colors record. Now, this really like ruins the whole idea for live coding happy hour. I mean, like, let's be real. What could be more live coding happy hour than realizing your idea can't be executed upon during live coding happy hour? Like, I don't know what could be more quintessentially LCHH than this, because it is going to be an awful experience to try to switch between this and the dev tools. I'm not going to be able to show things visually how I wanted to, and I want to cry. So, okay, I guess I'll just do things twice. We have the Polaris theme, and now I want to change the background of my menu. How do I do that? I'm going to grab my inspector tool. Lady Coding Therapy Hour. Thanks, Paige.
Welcome.
Yeah, you really think you're funny, aren't you?
I mean, I have my moments.
So this is what the inspector tool looks like when you have it highlighted. It kind of goes nuts. Blue is your actual Jesalyn, pop quiz. Is green padding or margin? I think it's padding, right?
I don't use Chrome DevTools. Sorry. Firefox DevTools.
You know, I am about to go turn on Firefox just to see if the colors are the same or different. And I'm going to judge you hardcore. Very good excuse, though. Very likely story.
I think the chat knows.
You're lucky the colors are different. It's padding is purple in Firefox while it's green in Chrome. You got lucky. So that's what all that crazy color stuff is. And then you can see the elements in blue on the little highlight box that comes up. Sorry, the classes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search here. Oh, right. I wanted to figure out the background color. So I'm going to select my menu by clicking here. And now here is my actual div for my menu. And now I'm going to look and see background color. And I think I found it. So let me scroll up. So this is now the now unified nav menu theme background color. I am going to come here back to my theme and I am going to look this up. And I am going to replace this with an awful color. Let me scroll up in our chat and see, what did Chris recommend? They aren't a troll. I'm sure it'll be wonderful.
I'm sure about that.
Oh my gosh.
That is very pink.
That is so pink. Okay, so now that I have completely ruined this menu, I want to change the text color so that way it looks better.
So we can
I am
actually
going
see
to
it.
Yeah, so we can actually see it. Now, can someone figure out a dark purple RGB color while I hunt down this thing. Now, here's something cool. Now, I know this one for sure. In Tokyo, I don't think this hook exists yet. Or either this one or one of the ones having to do with the menus. So you're going to have less flexibility in this regard if you're on a pre-Utah instance. But I know that we have a lot more hooks for those menu items in Utah. So I grabbed the color here and I can confirm. Oh, it won't let me check and uncheck things. How rude. But I know it's this one. So I'm going to go back to my theme. I'm going to look it up. Cool. And it's not there at all in my theme. So it's probably defaulting to something. So I'm going to go ahead and add it. Like I said, you just got to make sure it matches the formatting of the rest of your JSON file and you'll be fine. The comments that I was talking about earlier is that I typed comments like these because I didn't feel like Googling what JSON comments looked like. So I just copied and pasted that and my whole instance just wouldn't load anymore. So I would highly recommend you do your due diligence and you Google. Let's see, anybody suggested? Okay, Sharon is not a troll. Sharon will give me a good color.
$55.71.
I
think we need a couple more numbers.
Oh, it looks great.
Looks like something you should use
in the
lottery.
I am going to fix this color now. And I'm going to see it's this one, the menu sub item color. Now I'm going to go back to my theme. And here it is. What's another color? I don't want to do Earls. Okay, now who wants to pick our header color up here?
Should it still be that pinky pink or should it be another color?
Well, I haven't hard refreshed yet. There it is. And something you're going to want to make sure that you do, as you're picking colors. Now, mind you, we obviously don't care about accessibility right now, but what I suggest you do for your everyday jobs is you paste your colors into a contrast checker and you make sure that your colors pass a contrast ratio check. It's the right thing to do, and I will get into fights over accessibility.
I did not even know that existed. That's so cool.
Yeah, no, it's really important because technically, let's do this for example. I'm going to grab this pink and I'm going to say that's my background color. And then my foreground color is white. It fails all accessibility checks. Nice. So we should probably change that.
I think the really cool part about this actually is that I know when I used to work for the Florida Department of Education, we had to think about stuff like that. Like, how does it meet, 501 ADA compliance, right? Because we don't want to discriminate against those that might have, vision impairments. And, that definitely comes in handy for sure.
Yeah, for some, like Benjamin said, government instances, higher education, all of that, it's not just a recommendation, it's a requirement.
And I know that that's something that the theme builder team is working really hard on. They want to make sure that all of the themes built are accessible. So I know that's a big initiative for them moving forward. The next theme builder really should be sometime in Q2. I'm not quite sure when it's going to be, but now we have a better color, except our hover colors are all off now. So does anybody have a super light pink they want to give me? What were you going to say, Paige? Oh, I'm not even showing the right tab. Everybody take a drink.
Oh, mine is gone.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's only 11 ounces. That's not a lot. That's like a cup and what? A cup and a third? Yeah, that's
See,
like a cup and a third. Don't make me look like an alcoholic.
I can't even force myself to drink water in a day, much less alcohol.
It's just like 11 ounces. I'm like, geez.
Also, hi, Ben. And I I should have recognized his comments in the chat. I don't drink and I didn't eat today, so I'm a very smart person. Anybody have a cool pink? I'll go find a bright
I think
pastel
my daughter's
pink.
trying to jump in. So give me just a second. You guys have to step away. What's that?
Good luck. Pastel pink RGB.
That's all right, Gabby, for not recognizing him. One of my ex-coworkers really made me side-eye the heck out of the chat. I was like, who is this that knows me?
Who is this person?
I used to work someplace where purple or aubergine was everywhere.
Oh, I loved that place's colors. Like, let's just be real.
Really good colors.
Where is this? Why isn't this? Okay, and now sometimes you just got to go digging. Boop. Yeah, no, right now we're not using any cool tools, Me Too. We're just trying to force stuff and see what happens. Where's the, and so you can, I know I'm looking for the background color property, so I can at least filter on that.
On a little bit.
Yeah, there it is. It's hovering. But where is the, is it a border? No, that can't be. Where's the background color? Okay, we found one background color. Here's another one. Nope. I don't know. Oh, ew. Let me get this out of the way. I didn't notice I was taking up space this whole time.
Wow. So what is all of that gibberish?
So this, my dear friend, is just like...
No.
Oh, what?
Keep going down. That.
Oh, the root. Oh, okay, everybody. So I wish we had someone smarter who could answer this. I just know it. It's kind of like something that exists that contains all the colors. I don't know why it exists, and I don't know what it does. But all I know is that all the colors are there, and they're referenced from there for some reason. But I don't know.
It also looks like there's like one entry that's normal and one entry that's encoded.
So that's actually this is something that Portal also did before with specific widget classes. It's just kind of like a unique ID for a hook that doesn't have a name, I think, because that's also what Portal did with some CSS classes for specific widget containers. But now I'm trying to figure out why background won't. Are you upset with me? Or do you not have a background? Why won't you search? Menu item row hover. Do I need to look at a different?
What would you say would be the most complex like user story you might have had, and how did you solve it? If you happen to remember.
Well, if it was too complex, then you should take that story and break it up into smaller stories that are more consumable.
Yes, for
Or
the
you
agile
should push
process.
back.
Just say we're not doing it.
Earl's right. The most complex user story is the user story without details. But that's also the one that doesn't make it into the sprint. So
The problem with using Computed is that it won't show me the variable that I'm trying to look for. I've only really been able to find them in styles, and it's something like, see, here's the background color. My coworker in the chat enjoying watching me sweat.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you've watched most of us sweat driving on live coding happy hours. So
Listen, just because I asked Ashley to drive the first like 5 lady coding happy hours doesn't mean anything.
I feel like this is a little bit of sweet revenge for her.
Oh man, throwback to when we broke UI Builder.
See, breaking stuff is a part of the process.
It is.
Don't go inserting your knowledge talk here.
Well, no, that was actually my blog that I have on Women Now. Go check it out.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Do you
I
have a
remember that
blog,
one.
Women Now?
Subtle plug there.
WomenNow.sn. Oh.
Speaking of knowledge and womennow.sn, if you go to our blog, there is a post featuring all the women in tech. Well, that link works as well. All the women in tech sessions.
At Knowledge, which Ebony's doing a keynote.
Mm-hmm.
So come and see me sometime.
She's doing
And
the
we'll all
Creator
be
Con
there, right?
keynote.
All 4 of us will be there. So come say hi.
Is that enough?
Yes, it is announced. It's literally on the thing.
It is.
It's
on
literally
the
on the
agenda.
thing.
And she announced
The
it on
agenda.
LinkedIn, and it's on the blog post. So
Yep.
No, okay. I was about to say, you're not going to get me in trouble this year.
Yeah, I'm keynoting in our 2 presentations.
Safe harbor. Is that a forward-looking statement? So I think I got through the basics of theming, and we are now all very well aware of how much of a pain it is to not use Theme Builder. So now let's go and do Theme Builder. So we're going to go into Theme Builder. And we're going to create a theme.
Like I said, I wish I would have had this in Tokyo when I was working on that project. Would have made it so much easier.
I got Chris's color. Where's Chris's color? Is it this one? Something really cool about theme builders, you can pick RGB, HSL, or hex codes. 255, 125. Wait, no. 131, 193. There we go. That's that. Ooh, deliciously obnoxious. That's Pepto-Bismol pink.
that is. Yeah.
Okay, now where's Sharon's color? 5571. Next. And we're going to leave neutral alone. We're not going to add any additional colors. We don't care about the company logo. I want rounded corners because they look futuristic. And we're going to create the theme. Boom, Pepto-Bismol header. And you can see how the secondary colors have kind of been used. Something to note, this is a lie.
Now look at that.
You cannot theme Service Portal. Please do not try to theme Service Portal using Theme Builder. You will get nowhere. So now I'm going to click on Apply Theme. And I'm going to hit Apply. And now, let's see what cool Theme Builder made for me.
Is it refreshing?
Is it refreshing? I think it's trying. Ooh, that's so bright.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, it's gorgeous, all right. There you go. Look how amazing that is. And
look how quick that was. How long did that take?
look at how quick. Like, see, it was so great. And the hover over styles look great too. And now we have pink.
Right? That would have taken some
that took us an
hours.
hour to not get anywhere near close to this.
It's like at that
Oh my
point,
gosh.
do you really tell the client that it literally took 5 minutes?
No, you bill for your expertise. Who am I to say this? So throwback, Benjamin talking about his 2012 their 2012 Tumblr page, asking for its theme back. What was your first coding experience? Because for me, it was literally BB code on Gaia Online.
It was web pages for me. I was
like
like one of
actual
those
web pages.
Yeah, I was like one of those teenagers. I'm like, I built a cool web page. Look at me. Yeah.
Age of Empires 2 custom games. Nice. How about you, Jesalyn?
School. Kind of boring in comparison.
Jesalyn's had like the most legit run out of all of us, it feels like. So yeah, what do you call that word in English? My English is I'm not even like 2/3 of the way through this and I'm already tipsy.
Yeah, I poured a lot of Bailey's into my hot cocoa, apparently. So I'm in a happy
I've never
place.
tried hot cocoa with berries before. That sounds different.
Bailey's.
Oh, I was like berries. Who
Berries? Who puts berries in their hot cocoa?
I was wondering that too.
You know, my son actually loves to put blueberries in his tomato soup. So, you know, there's something.
What is wrong with him? Who hurt him?
You know, as long as he'll eat it, I don't really care how he eats it. So.
Did you say your son or your husband?
My son.
Okay. I thought you said your husband.
No, my 6-year-old.
That's why I was like, who hurt him? Okay, no, a 6-year-old makes total sense. So now that we have reached the end of the programming, is there anything y'all want to plug while before the intern takes us off the air?
Knowledge. Again, we will all be at Knowledge. We all have sessions at Knowledge. All sorts of sessions. I'm talking about citizen development on top of the women sessions, and Gabby is talking about all things, whatever she does.
You know what I'm talking about. I'll go last. You go next, Jesalyn. What are you doing at Knowledge?
I'm speaking with you.
I mean, Ebony, what are you doing at Knowledge?
All right, I have 2 presentations. So one is more so focused on people that are pretty much new to ServiceNow. So what do you pretty much do when you're from a non-technical background and you get that first job? Like, what steps do you pretty much take from there? How do you, pretty much make the best foot forward and really, pretty much not take the steps that I did in a sense and find the right community that, can help you achieve your goals. And the other one is actually with Chris Helming, which is actually here, and Astrid. And we're both Dev MVPs, and we're talking about Dev advocacy. And then the Black community meetup, and being
I'm so glad you didn't forget it because I was about to say it.
and then lastly would be the keynote. So yeah, I'm gonna be really, really busy.
Busy.
Yeah, I forgot. We're also having a Women Now meetup and a Women Now breakfast. Sorry,
Hey,
I got
I was
excited.
gonna say that. Okay, so now my turn. Jesalyn and I are doing, we're going to be telling our story as we try to create a custom component to build JSON menus in Portal App Shell experiences, and how that went up and down and down and further down. And how bad
Yeah,
it's gone. You know? And it's going to be sharing our we'll see if we manage to finish something before knowledge. I'm running a Tamagotchi lab, where we basically are learning how to build an Angular provider to run a Tamagotchi game inside of Portal. I'm going to be running an Ask the Experts for theming for next experience. We also have, like Ebony said, the Black ServiceNow meetup. It's going to be on Tuesday at 12:30. We have an LGBTQIA plus community meetup on Wednesday at 3:30. And then on Thursday at 11 a.m., we have our 15% and fearless discussion, which has turned into a presentation where we're going to be talking about what it's like to just so happen to be a developer who is female in our community. And then directly afterwards, we're going to have our Women Now community meetup at 11:30. Something super big is that on Tuesday, we're going to have our next Women Now breakfast. So meet us at the Venetian Food Court at 7 a.m. And I'll have some pastries to give out, and you can hang out and get to know people beforehand. And I think that's all the stuff that I needed to shill, other than go to womennow.sn to read cool stuff written by these people here. Thank you so much to the Dev Advocates, as always, for allowing us to do Lady Coding Happy Hour and being such a great Earl, our intern, being such a great advocate for women in the community. And I hope to see y'all at Knowledge or on sndevs.com. If you ever have any questions about theming, you can find me on the Next Experience channel on sndevs.com, and you can ask any questions that you might have there. So now it's time to rate our drinks. I give this, wait, is it out of 5 or out of 10, intern?
I think it's out of whatever we want it to be.
It's out of 5. So I give it a 4 out of 5 for solid drinkability. It is very drinkable.
Okay, 4 out of 5 as well. I would get it again.
It's going. It's a 5.
Mine's a 7 out of 10 because I want to go to 10 and I'm told I'm not allowed to.
Oh, she got kicked. Oh.
This is what happens when you don't listen to Earl.
The interns are rebelling. Goodbye, everybody.
See you.